Gang, 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 gang. No, we all gotta eat. Up late, bills due, rent due. I ain't been asleep. Mirror, all I see is everything that I wanted to be. My city depended on me. That's on G.O.D. Grew up watching my mom become what daddy couldn't be. I ball like MLB. These Bottega boots ain't cheap. My car ain't got no key. I push the start to start my week. I'm in this photo, pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo, pour so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it.
It's week 6 of the National Football League, and we'll see Foye Oluwakan, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Jaguars and the Titans coming up next.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. Brandon Gunn with my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Titans in this matchup, they've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Here we go!
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Let's get, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
They just gave up a sack there, if I'm not mistaken. They gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Cook to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Hardman to return. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it'll be Titan football. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
First and 10 now, Willis and the Titans at their own 26. And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 6 yards there on the keeper and second down. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Now Willis on third down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
This is taken at the 23. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The offense trots back out, ready for this next drive. And there's the running back, Cam Akers. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now Lawrence. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On play action, Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. Going right back to Akers. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to pump the ball away. The first had it, got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They'll toss this right side to Cam Akers. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming out of that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Well, they're sending out an early memo that points are not going to be easy to come by in this one. A block here in the opening quarter. What a block it was.
I love how you talked about sending out a memo. I know of one special teams coach who leaves a note in the lockers of guys he wants on his special teams. A direct invitation to them. He wants them to have the pride in what they're doing. This group showed it right there. A big effect on this game.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Off the play fake, here's Willis. He'll buy some time right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 90 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. The Titans at 0-5, just a dismal start to the year. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here, losing to 5 straight. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Another try after the first down sack. Willis, and he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
On 2nd and 12, Willis. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. Tough spot for Willis and the Titans, now facing 3rd and long following the sack. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Tyson Campbell up to make the stop.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Catch is made by Hardman. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there, really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Justin Jefferson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Last time, they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And some room to roam now. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Holding, offense.
Well, penalties don't usually hurt as much as that one does. That is a monster gain wiped out by the flag.
And you and I both know that an offense only gets a moments in a normal game. You've got to take advantage of them. When you give one away because of an avoidable penalty, that's a major disadvantage. Just steals away every bit of momentum you just generated with that play.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down, Lawrence. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And they will take over first and 10. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Play action, Willis. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Here's Willis, third and long. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again here with Akers. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 22. 50 yards on the ground for him so far. The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out, and only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Willis now off of play action. This is caught. It's Woods. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Willis slides safely, and he picks up the 1st down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the option, it's Jones. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Now they'll look to Willis to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Willis on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Lambo is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made it tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And the Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Watkins here. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now Lawrence on first down. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. To throw on 2nd and 10, Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Lawrence. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Jonathan Taylor, over 100 yards in the victory with 2 touchdown runs as well. From there, we make the short trip up I-65 to check in on the Bears at home, Soldier Field in Chicago. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. The Lions try and hold on and claim victory. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Jahan Dotson, a touchdown reception. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. And meanwhile, for the Titans, they had a little bit more success on the ground than their opponents did. And that just set them up well for the second half to come. Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half. And for the call, let's get you back up to Nashville, Music City, and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On second down, there's the option going left. Willis hits the turf, sliding down and picking up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson.
Here we go.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Willis takes a hit and the ball is free. And the Jags grab it. The big fella. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for the Jacksonville score. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. To about the 23. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Willis. And his throw here's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
His throw incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts. And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 8 yards there, getting him out of danger. It's a first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Now this throw caught left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They go play action with Willis. Rolling to his right. Looking sideline, incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Here's Willis on 3rd and long. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. The time is called. Looks like a member of the discomfort out there. The medical staff will step aside. Right where this set of downs started. Pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Lawrence. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out. And a 5-yard penalty. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Lawrence. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 13-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Tennessee offense set to go again. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. Third down, it's Willis. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And a fair catch is taken here a step or two inside the 45-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. It's picked up by the Titans. Does the big boy have the juice? And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold it, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, Lawrence. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense on third down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. Lawrence will throw. And this is caught. That's Watkins. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Watkins, 72 yards. And the Jaguars strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Titans now just about ready to take over. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. They'll start with the option. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
On third down, it's Willis. And that will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away and trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now Willis on the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Akers. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. Steps up, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal, pushes him back big time. And now you figure the field goal team coming on 4th. The kick by Bass is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Now the Titans getting set to go. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So on now is the kicker, Josh Lambo. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And Lambo will put this one through, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 39. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Lawrence. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Bass is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get... And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Titans now. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Meanwhile, Willis' throw pulled in by Woods. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 4. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Willis on 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Holding, defense.
So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
The extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Willis under pressure, and they got to him again. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Here's Willis on 3rd and long. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. On now is the Titans punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious. Going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 70 yards rushing for Akers, and this is a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jags, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Titans, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.